Wow, it's the Kanto Region Badge Collection by LEGO Pokémon. This is set number 40892, contains 312 pieces, and this set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And for qualifying purchases, I'm guessing if you buy the other 3 Pokemon sets, this will be added to your cart. I'm not quite sure. LEGO hasn't fulfilled that info yet, so I have no clue what it is, but just by first impressions, it looks like we just get a case with some badges in here, so we don't even have to earn those. Well, maybe we'll have to. We got to catch all those LEGO Pokemon. And that's the top of the box. And yes, it came in all squished up and dented and stuff. I mean, look at that. So obviously this thing's been in a battle of its own. And yeah, this one here is sadly not for sale. It means you can't purchase this a la carte, unfortunately. I hope LEGO changes their mind and does, because it looks like we get to make all sorts of stuff here. Now, I'm not really too sure what badges go to what. I'm sure that this is probably a rock badge, that's a water badge, and that's about it. Haven't played Pokemon in so long. Hopefully the book will help us out with that. Alright, let's crack this open and get our badges. Matter of fact, it'd be easier to battle the gems than to pull this out of there, huh? So I'm hoping there's a little trivia with this. Well, so far so good. It wasn't packed too bad. Maybe that's the badges in there. We don't know. Okay. Okay, it looks like we have... Oh, we got stickers. So we got 3 bags so far. And wow, LEGO, are we really serious? Really? It's packaged, I mean with this, but it's packaged in its own bag. I can't believe that. That's just, wow, I haven't seen that before. Maybe LEGO's finally listened to me here. And then we got our stickers, and I was really hoping that these would be printed. So, honestly, the stickers are going to make the set kind of feel cheap. I was hoping all the graphics would be printed, especially for a game novelty item such as this. And yeah, so that's the case that we're going to be building too. So it comes with everything. And it doesn't look like it comes with any trivia. It looks like it just starts with the case. Does it come with the Brick Separator? I doubt it, but we'll check anyways and find out for you here. Wow, that's just it for parts. So yeah, yeah, budget set. But nonetheless, so this doesn't look too bad, and I think that we're going to be in for a very fun, colorful build. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we're just going to do this thing in one sitting. I don't know how long this is going to take. There's 8 badges, and just to help me out, I actually have them on the iPad, so I know what the names are. So it looks like we're building a Boulder, Cascade, Thunder, Rainbow Badge, Soul Badge, Marsh, Volcano, and Earth. So some of these are pretty obvious. I don't remember. I haven't played that game in a long time. Now I was really hoping this stuff would be printed. Would have been cool, but yeah. But I was really surprised with these being packaged up in their own thing. No Brick Separator, but right now the set wasn't packed too bad. So let's say the set starts off at a 10 and we'll just chip away as we go. And I think we are ready to begin. But before we do, I got to read the disclaimers. So these videos are not to be considered or construed as professional product reviews, how-to tutorials. These are just merely my notes to submit to LEGO with my observations and experience building this set. Alright, so I will try to cover every angle of the build, but I cannot guarantee that, as sometimes my hands get in the way, or I may elbow the lens, or my throat needs to be cleared, all that stuff. And also, this is a novelty set. I may not know everything about the theme, so just keep that in mind when watching these videos. Alright, I'm cracking down on the hate comments, so now I put the disclaimers at the beginning, and later on if somebody skips this, well, that's on them, right? Okay, let's begin. Let's build it, starting with bag 1. Boy, you can ready to go for a battle. Gonna have to go through the Kanto region to go get all the gym badges. It may as well be a gym battle, especially as expensive LEGO is. You may as well just be battling because that's what it's going to cost you here. And of course we're going to start off with the most boring colors first. Black. Yeah, so let's get going. It looks like we're building the bottom portion of the case. And I just got done with one of those educational sets, and I was just thinking more and more, those sets are just not for me. I really didn't want to do them. This one here, I read some of the comments on this set. Some people either like it or they hate it. You know, here's the deal. I don't know how bad this one's going to be. So I'm not going to make any guarantees that we'll fail it. Okay. But we're going to build it and have some fun with it today. That's what this is all about, is to have a lot of fun, just kind of build, relax. We need to open up this bag here. Now, LEGO has packed these up separately. I'm hoping these at least come in at least in a better condition. Let's take a look here. Like this one here is not scratched, just covered in dust. And this is more like a soft plastic. These are like windscreens, so that's two. I see a scuff there. See another one I'm going to have to ding down. Alright, where's the black paper at? Yeah, you know what that means if I have to stop what I'm doing here. So LEGO tried their best, but I think more and more it comes through, oh, there it is. You can probably see that. Right there. Yeah, this one's pretty bad. Okay, it's a 9 LEGO. I got to do it. All right. At least they made the attempt, right? If it's an attempt, I'm fine with it. I'll go a little light on it, but I got to fail them, right? We got to catch them all, right? No, I got to fail them all. The more I fail, the better the worse the score can get, right? Is that how we're doing it? But anyways, though, back to the build. This is something that I want to put together. So I cannot wait to get to this. And now, I'm by all means, you know, I play Pokemon from time to time. I don't live and breathe the games or the anime or anything like that, but I just kind of enjoy it and stuff. But at least it's something different than what we usually do on this channel. This is probably a lifelong dream for a lot of Pokemon fans. And to see something like this being built into LEGO. Now, this is just a badge case. It's nothing special, to be honest. But it's something. It literally is something here. So, right now we're doing the most boring part first, which is just working with the black stuff. So, we got to make that. It goes right there. But at least I'm not like some of those guys. Here's the set. I'm going to build it for you and we're going to talk about it. Well, we're talking about it as we're building, right? I wanted to see if anybody did it, right? They were doing this. They were speed building through it and got it done in 6 minutes. Well, this is going to take longer than 6 minutes. Oh, I need to put this as part of my disclaimer. If you're looking for speed builds, don't come on this channel. Don't watch this. This is not. We're going to do the full build in its entirety. That means that I'm going to do it with the only editing will be if I clear my throat or I have to cough, answer the phone, the door. But other than that, you're going to get a full uninterrupted build. In case something else goes on here. We don't know. So I think that's where the badges get anchored down, is right there. Now we're also going to be looking at build quality on these sets too. So now we're starting our Kanto Travels. And with the stickers on this, I'm not too fond of them, but we're going to have to do them. But I am going to do this one in its entirety, so yeah, at least it's a big help for you. I was reading some of the comments online about sets like this, and huh? Okay, it fits like that. I was like, what? Just wasn't putting it in the right way. So stuff like this, though, like I said, we're just kind of poking around with it and seeing how the building goes. And you know, if this is a promotional offer, you may be enticed to say, I like that, I want to build that. And you can go get the Pokemon sets to help you make up your mind, right? So that's what we're doing today, is to see if this is worth getting the other sets. Now, I already have the other sets, but let's say, I don't know, you know, I mean, if you're watching this, you know, do you think it's worth it? Some people say it's just another novelty item. Well, for me, I got to experience it first, so I can't give you a really false judgment until I know what it's about. You know, if I'm even making any sense today. This is more like a summer set than anything, a spring summer set. But you know what? It's about to rain outside today. It looks like it. It was supposed to be about 78 degrees, and well, it's going to get warm today, but that's just how it is. I'm just rambling on here. I remember the first time I started playing the video games was back in college. Pokemon did not come out until I was... did not come out, especially here in the States, until I was in my senior year of high school or early college. I can't remember. I just know it's... I watched a few episodes of it. I remember I was waiting for a class when I was in college classes, and I thought, who's going to sit here and watch this stuff? But what was I doing? I was doing my homework, listening to Pokemon. I thought, well, I mean, I'm just sitting there as a background noise while I was studying. And yeah, I was sitting there thinking, okay, who's going to watch this where this kid's just walking around putting his animals to this kind of torture? Well, unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, I was one of those ones that watched it. Kind of just got a little hooked to it. That kind of thing. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go check my video. I'm doing some other editing and stuff like that. So yeah, at least I step away, and I won't beat around the bush with this. I will just we're going to build it. I'm not building it for you. We're going to take a look at the set together and see. You know, I'm not going to be, I'm going to build it for you and I'm going to tell you my thoughts. No, I'm here. I'm not building it for you, and we're going to build it together. All right. Yeah, so far I'm going to say the case on this is kind of boring. Right now, this is the first impressions of this. I'm not having fun. I mean, I'm being honest with you. I'm not really having fun building this right now. This is just kind of it's kind of lame. I think it's the gray and just the black that we're mostly messing with. It's just kind of making this kind of dry right now. So, you know, that old saying, you got to have your vegetables before your dessert. Oh, there you go. I think a lot of people are just really wanting the Pokemon sets, and I was really hoping more for minifigure scaled stuff, but we did not get that. If I was in charge, we would get that, because a lot of people want those figures, especially for stop motions. Alright, so far it looks like we're just building the side of a building or something with some stuff in here. Yeah. Yeah, but I think this is a good little promo item for something like this. I think it probably should sell no more than $20, maybe $25. $30 if you were to buy this would be really pushing it. But yeah. Alright, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to add more to the sides here. Whoopsie, I forgot. Put those in there now. Hey, you know, that's what I said. That's why I got to put the disclaimers at the beginning, because some people get mad at me if I mess up. I mean, so far, you know, it is what it is. I think the top is hinged. I don't know, or the lid. Just feels very unstable right now. But I really want to see how this one turns out. Is it going to be interesting? And so far, right now, I'm not really impressed with it. It's basically a black build right now. Not the most exciting color to use, but hopefully that'll change. I mean, we got to make it look as authentic as we can. All right. Oh, we're actually doing some blue now. Cool. But I'm sure for a Pokemon fan who likes collecting this novelty stuff, this is going to be a... Whoops. Oh yeah, there's no brick separator, so be very careful. You are really going to have a problem if you don't have it. I'm going to do steps 31 and 32 together because they're pretty trivial. And... oh, we're not done yet. I was about to say I'm done, but I'm not done. But I forgot a few of these things. Let's put those in there while we're here. Hey, like I said, though, and some of you say you like the mistakes because that helps you not to make the same mistakes as I did. Even better. And that's it for bag one. So bag one pretty much does the tray that holds the badges in. This is what we have remaining. And yeah, that's not too bad so far. Okay, now we're going to move on to bag number two. We haven't hit those nasty stickers yet. We will soon. Okay. So now it looks like we're still working on the bottom portion of the case. Don't ask me why LEGO does that. Oh, we forgot to unbag this thing. Well, at least we got a little bit more color in there. Not by much. So it looks colorful on the box, but looks can be deceiving. Alright, so let's start sorting out some of these big 2x10s in blue. Do I, you know, some are going to say, you sound kind of out of it. Yeah, I'm still fighting that cold. And right now, I got the scratchy cough. My arms are a little achy still. Not by much, but just trying to survive here. I think what I'm going to do is both these sides because they mirror for brevitivity of the video. I think that's what I'm going to do here. And well, Jay, you're going to ruin it. I know, right? I got to ruin the surprise for you. But yeah, we were always discussing this in our group. Why doesn't LEGO ever bring out Pokemon sets? You know, I mean, it makes sense. But the Pokemon sets LEGO brought out are more or less for die-hard Pokemon fans. These are people who are going to drop literally dollars into this, like hundreds of dollars into a theme. And Pokemon sets that LEGO's produce are not for children. You think that they would be, they're not, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay, we made it up to that point there. And now we got to put the bottom half of the Pokeball. Oh no, the Pokeball, the one that's half broken. Just this alone make a nice little jewelry box. Yeah, not too bad. And it looks like we're going to be focusing on the sides here too. So I think what I'm going to do, when I index this is just going to be front and sides. Now we're going to be doing these mirrored, so I'm going to do both left and right hand sides right now. Can you see what I'm doing? Yeah. Hey, at least I'm trying to keep these to where you can see everything that I'm doing. I don't want to hide it from you, you know, that kind of thing. I want you to see everything that I'm doing here. I try my best, and this time I got my viewfinder situated where I can tell if I'm covering the camera or not. But the style of this case alone, I'm sure you could use this to make other things. Yep, I have a feeling there's going to be somebody thumbs in. Oops, that doesn't go like that. Somebody's going to thumbs down the video. Well, you didn't do it the right way. You know, I'm waiting for that. Jay, you didn't build that right. Now, you don't want to see my imagination. Boy, you'd really get angry. It's a hodgepodge full of ideas. Alright, so we just got done building this one. This thing here goes like that. So there's obviously going to be a hinge that we're going to be attaching, so I think we're going to be interlocking the hinges with this. And this one goes right here. It's a good way to interlock all that. Not a fan of the studs there on the front, but LEGO's got to advertise their logo somehow. Let's see, step 37, we just did that. But I made a mistake. Whoopsie, I didn't notice this. Alright, this is where I'm going to have to ding this one down here a few points. The mistake was my mistake, but with no brick separator, my nails are going to take a beating. I forgot to put a 1x2 plate under here, so I wasn't paying attention, but before somebody says they could put it together right the first time, I'd like to see it, unless you take one piece at a time. Now, well, we'll fix it right up. At least we didn't glue it, right? Okay, I mean, that's okay. It's not going to take me long to fix it. It's just without a brick separator, it makes it kind of difficult. Yeah, but some of you like my squabbles or whatever in here. I've been reading some more of the comments lately. And some people don't like the complaining and stuff, I understand, but sometimes I gotta vent. Especially the kind of stuff I've been going through lately. It's been not fun. This has been the year from hell, and we're only in February. You can imagine how bad the rest of it's going to be. Okay, now we're going to start at the top. So I think we're going to have to weave the hinges and stuff in there. So that's what we're going to be doing now. Okay, well, let's get going on the top of the case then. This is almost the same thing, except we don't have to do all that stuff. And I think everybody's going to be like fast forwarding to the badges. I don't blame you. Wait a minute, this big piece doesn't go there. I still got a bunch of sets to edit. I think after this one I'll have like 18 left that I got to do. So I try to do as many sets as I can get done. LEGO has sent me 57 sets so far for 2026. Yeah, I'm very swamped right now. In addition, I got to go back to work in a few days. Oh yeah, today's the 5th of February 2026. Yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm still working on taxes. I'm trying to get that done. I got to help my mom with hers. My nephew's coming into town, and he's going to have to respect the house rules because I got to do his taxes too. So if not, and he's on his own. he'll probably try to do them himself. The first time I tried doing the taxes myself, I failed miserably and got audited. But that was many, many years ago. Now I just hand it off to a CPA and let her deal with it. It's one less headache I have to do. Yeah, but I remember watching Pokemon, though, when it first came out. And I thought, yeah, I mean, who's going to watch this? Maybe, you know, it's too violent. You know. Of course, what am I saying? I grew up with He-Man, G.I. Joe, and all that other stuff. Yeah. Okay, so they're telling us right here, we're getting ready to put our windows in here. They tell us which way they go. So the round spots go on the outside. It's usually how it goes. So, kind of disappointed that some of these came in scratched. But, you know, what can you do? It's just it's an easy fail for me. You know. And no, I don't purposely fail sets, but sometimes it's like you got to. Alright, so after I get done with all this today, I got to edit some sets. I'm hoping to get a new one up for tomorrow and get that going. You know, that kind of thing. I'm doing a lot of reviews. I'm still working on tutorials, trying to come up with some interesting ideas. And then we got to take 2 more of these and face them in the same way. Best is to kind of pinch that in there. I mean, they don't have a big sheet of glass, so this is the next best thing. Okay. All right. Okay, now looks like we're working on the front and possibly the sides. Okay, almost made a mistake. I gotta wake up and pay attention here. It's like that. So, I mean, the black and blue goes together very well with this. Oh, and by the way, I'm not trying to scare anybody off from commenting and stuff like that. You know, if you recommend ways to improve, as long as you're constructive about it, I'm fine with it. It's just, you know, sometimes I'll get somebody that's just acting like a turd, and they'll get angry with me because I did something wrong. Or sometimes worse, I'll say something wrong too, which happens. And like, how dare you build it like that? That's not how I would have done it. Well, I mean, you get your own Lego set, you can do it any way you want, you know. There's no right or wrong way to put Lego together. You're going to have to line all that up. And this is very flimsy. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pinch it like that. Really get those studs in there. Really bond that together very well. Well, we know we did it right. There's no gap in there. That's what I was afraid of. Well, there's nothing to be scared of now. I survived that. And then now I got to do this. Just make sure the inside is facing towards you. Okay, we don't need those right now. I'm going to work on both sides at the same time. Yeah, it's just, I'm kind of thinking about vacation time. And, you know, going on a backpacking trip is like what Ash Ketchum did when he was going through his Pokemon adventures. You know, going out and traveling. But what was he, like 10 years old? And he was already out on his own doing travels. I mean, today, that's not even, you can't do that without getting in trouble. And being an adult, it makes it tougher. Okay. I mean, just this concept alone would be good for maybe like a jewelry case or something. Oh, Lego, I'm surprised we didn't put a sticker on this. There we go. Not too bad. I mean, the case part is kind of dry, but, you know, that's just to be expected. Okay, now we're focusing our attention on the sides. Now I'm going to do these like I did before. But before I do, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'm going to back butter and put the plates in there. We don't want to have another whoopsie, huh? I've made a lot of mistakes. I don't do that and make too many boo-boos here and make people angry and hate me for that. But, you know, just doing these conversations while I'm doing these is always fun. You know, it's something different. Instead of insert bad piano music and just do this for 60 seconds and say, look, okay, here's my experience here. You can hear it in the tone of my voice. Right now, I mean, we haven't really done anything big yet, but if this was the first Pokemon set I received, more and more now I can see why they're giving this one away here, because this one's not too exciting right now. This is just more of a novelty item than anything, but it's a good inspiration to build your own designs. Okay, so we got that. Okay, we're done with that. Okay. Now, we need to stick the hinge out. I'm going to make sure that this bump here is sticking outside. Put the tile in. Now, you can only do one of these at a time, of course. So we're going to stick that on there. And we're going to plant this on like that. Okay. Like that. And then it tells you after that, because you got to have your hinge like that. Let's put our tile on there now. And then you got to do the other side too. Did it even tell us that, or did I skip it? Okay, yeah, you got to do the other side too. Okay, so let's put these both on there. We don't want to mess with this case just yet. Imagine Lego said, "Oh no, you got to make another gift with purchase in order to get the rest of the badges." Matter of fact, they should have done that. I think they should have done was had like you did like kind of like a starter thing. You got a badge and you would put them in your case. So that's your case there. And this is what we have remaining for bag 2. And yeah, let's see here. I mean, it feels very solid. It opens up all the way. It doesn't feel rickety. Closes really nice. Yeah, I mean, not too bad at all for the case. Tells us to open it up, but now we need to load it up with badges. Okay, bag 3, and I want to thank everyone for taking the time to be contributors on my main channel, as well as my Patreon supporters. That's always a big help. In addition to my predictable customers, and for those who take the plunge to like, comment, subscribe, and put up with my nonsense for a whole hour or so. So thank you for taking the time out of your day just to listen to me lend an ear, or if you're really hardcore, you watch this without taping your eyelids open. Okay, so that's even better. Okay, so now I need my cheat sheet because I'm going to need to index this. So the first thing we are going to start off with is the Boulder Badge. Okay, so I'll have these indexed accordingly, so you can, just follow along. And we're already starting off with the sticker right now on sub-step number 2, which is sticker number 1, which is that one. Now, to me, I would not have done stickers. I would have just made these brick built. That would have been fine. Or if Lego wanted to, they could have just printed these on there and then made it high-end. They did not do that. And yeah, let's put these on here now. We got to put stickers on that there. So we're already getting hit with the stickers already, right off of the first badge. The Boulder Badge. So yeah, I'll index all these, and plus that'll brush up my knowledge on the badges and stuff too, so I won't feel like I won't feel dumb when I do the actual walkthrough of this, huh? Of course, I'll have my crib sheet. And then we need to get sticker number 2. We need 4 of these, and the wedge part goes towards the top. Isn't this one of the first ones that Ash Ketchum won in the anime series? Remember, what was it? I remember correctly. He was battling Brock, I believe, and he had 2 matches, but the second match, the sprinklers went off in the gym. That's when Ash says, "Oh, that's not fair," and he turned down the badge. So the kid was playing fair. He was a fair sport about it. And then towards the end, Brock comes chasing after him. Oh, you forgot your gym badge. You know? And that's what it is there. The Boulder Badge. Yeah, so we can put that right in there. Yeah. Well, we just won our first gym badge, huh? And that fits pretty well in the window there. Not too bad at all. Okay, now let's see what we're working on here. It is going to be the Cascade Badge. Let's get going on that one. I wonder if this one's going to have a sticker. Oh my goodness, it's not. Oh no. Actually, it's a good thing. Oh yes. Now these are just fun to look at now. Now we're getting into the fun part of the build. So you had to do the boring stuff before you could do the fun stuff. Oh, you got to do it like that. Okay, well now I know. These little corner tiles are always nice to have. They could have just stuck a regular corner tile in there. And you stick this on top. So that's the Cascade Badge, or what I call the Water Badge. What is that? Misty? Is that what her name was? Put that in there. Not too bad. Okay. Now it looks like we are focusing on the Thunder Badge, and that one's got a sticker. Okay, well let's get going on it. Let's build this. So now we're getting into the really fun stuff, is the badges. They could have just made this a set by itself, but then again, it would not be fun if you were just building the badges, and it would just be something you would have to keep tabs on. I don't think it's going to matter which way these go in. But if you're like me and you get yours kind of crooked like that, you're going to have to rotate them. So that's how it is right here. So I'm going to kind of put them where these notches are at. And I think you're just supposed to rotate them. Yeah, out in my neighborhood, they finally added some traffic lights out here. We have a lot of stop signs where I live at because I'm in a commercial area. And people have been running the stop sign out here. They have Lily, a police officer, sitting there waiting for the kill. You know, waiting to ticket somebody. And it's kind of sad, though. You know, people don't know what a stop sign is. It's like stop. It didn't say roll through it. It says stop through it. Because if you're rolling through it, that person that stopped there doesn't know you're going to stop or not. And it's like that, and wait your turn. I hate when you go through a four-way stop and people don't wait their turn. It's like, you know, that kind of thing. Okay. Trying to line that up as best I can. And then after that, we got to put sticker number 3 in here, which is that thing. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out that this is all stickered. Okay. And then we got to put some more of these on here for the Thunder Badge. I don't know why I thought it was a Sun Badge, but no, it's not. So how do you know which way you're putting these on, Jay? Just stick them on there like that, and I got to rotate them and swing them in like that. Okay, so we got to do that 3 more times. So basically what I do here is I'm just coming in here and just sticking this on like that. Oops. My hands are still a little achy from the flu. Just turn it around and then just swing it up into place. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting there. This one here's taking a long time, but I don't mind doing this. This is the fun part of the build. This one here is just kind of a... I mean, even if you didn't have the graphics on here, we'd still know what they are. Just imagine. Just pretend. Some people don't know how to do that. Just pretend that it's got a sticker on it and you'll be fine. Okay. And looks like that's it. Not too bad for the Thunder Badge. And we can place that in here. Yep. This thing here is kind of... Yeah, these things are hard to line up, these little cheese slopes. There we go. And that's what it looks like right there in the cage. Okay, now we're going to move on to the Rainbow Badge, I believe. I'm going off of a cheat sheet, that's how I know. Oh, this one looks fun. And yeah, my apologies if I'm getting interrupted right now. Everybody is waking up. My mom came home and she's up and about, and yeah, I've been getting interrupted nonstop this evening, so... And I'm just kind of like, sometimes I can't do this at night because I got to get my sleep schedule back in order, because getting up at 3 a.m. Not too much of a fun thing, because I got to go to bed at like at 8 or 9 at night. Not too fun. Not too fun at all. Yeah, so that's the story of my life. I don't, you know, and I think the door was closed all the way. I had that sign out there. I see the tassel hanging through the door. Oh, what happened, guys? We don't know how to read? Alright, so then we got to put the rainbow stuff on there, and I don't think it really matters. I'm just going to shove the yellow one on there. And, let's see here. This one's kind of pretty, though. It's got the rainbow color on it. And no, I'm straight, but I still like the rainbow stuff. It's always cool looking. It's bright and colorful. And I do have friends that belong to the LGBT community. So, all right. Almost every one of these badges has had a sticker except for the Cascade one. All right, so now we got to put sticker number 4 on here, which is that thing. I'm just kind of bummed out on the stickers. I just really wish that you know, that This stuff wasn't printed, but that's it right there. I mean, they feel like real badges, right? Let me stick that right in there. Let's see how this goes. I mean, we're doing pretty good so far. Look how many badges we've won. Well, one we built. They even look good through the little window, too. Okay, now I think the next one we're going to be building is going to be the Soul Badge. And that's how far we got on the stickers so far. We're really kind of just smashing through this one here. Yeah, but Jay, you sound like you're always busy. Yeah, that's saying it lightly there. I'm pretty busy. Oh, this one's a quickie. The Soul Badge wasn't that soul-y. We need sticker number 5, which is Lego. Really, you could have just stuck those diagonal tiles in there. Are we really kind of going cheap on that? Like, seriously? They could have took those 45-degree tiles, shoved them in there, and they could have made this one just strictly out of parts. I mean, of course, this would be the soul, huh? It's got the heart. But so far, though, it's looking pretty good. I just don't like that dark sticker on that. Not too bad. Alright, I think the next one here is going to be Marsh. I was going to say, are we building another one of those Thunder badges? But no, this one's built a little different. Yeah, I gotta find something to make for dinner. Part of my bunch went out for a meal today, and I was just too sick to even wanting to deal with it. It's a place I like to go eat, but yeah, I'm not a fan of just getting everybody else sick, let alone getting me sick, so I did not want to do that. So there is the Marsh Badge. I mean, pretty much just very basic. Very basic. And then that. Well, how does that even go in there? Oh, there's only one stud. Like that. Looks like it. I mean, either that or this one sits a little low here. Let's see. Yeah, I guess that's the way it fits. Well, that looks a little better. I think we can live with that. Okay, now it looks like we are building the Volcano Badge. Hey, at least I'm transparent with you. I got to use a crib sheet. Yeah, every badge except for the Cascade is all stickers. I kid you not, folks. We are just stickering this whole thing up. I think it's just kind of sad. I'm going to say if I had to give this one a rating, would be about an 8. It was just more or less a novelty piece. Not. I mean, I'm sure for somebody who's really into this, this is going to be a nice collector's item. Probably be more collectible if it wasn't opened, but I have to review it, so I got to open it up. And then we got to put a sticker on it, which is sticker number 7. Yeah, almost every badge except for one had a sticker. Like I said, I could have made this probably without any stickers on it here. And red is a hard color for me to see, Lego. That is really not cool. Red just looks kind of washed out to me, so it's hard to put stickers on that. I survived, but there it is. The Volcano Badge. Ooh, we got to put that in our badge case so we don't lose it, so Team Rocket doesn't steal it. There we go, right there. Okay, and finally there's only one badge left to earn, and that's the Earth Badge. Alright, and basically when I do the review on this, this is just like a show and tell, talk about the promo. Basically, you got to purchase some Pokemon sets, and then that's essentially what it is. So we got to put a sticker number 8 on that, which is that one. Yeah, this is like a sticker book now. You got to catch them all. No, you got to stick them all. And then now we got to get sticker number 9 and 10. As a matter of fact, it'd be easier without that on there. Yeah, my mom was like, "You want to come watch TV?" I'm like, "No, I'm filming right now." Somebody asked me, no, I don't live with my mom. She had to move in with me. So it makes it kind of tight. That means I can't leave the Legos strung out around the kitchen or in the living room like I used to, because I don't want them messing everything up. So I have to keep all that picked up. I may as well be living at home. And then after that, this piece here goes at the bottom. So it's Leafy for Earth. Oh boy. There we go. Not too bad, huh? And then this one here kind of goes in cattywampus like that. So that's what your badges should look like in your display case. Now some of these look like they could be raised up a bit, but I don't know. But the lid closes all the way, and honestly I can see them clearly through the front top, or through the lid. And not too bad. Now I gotta hang on to those because I'm going to need them when I do the review. You know, because I always say how many sticker sheets there are. And yeah, you got a lot of little pieces, but I can use those. Matter of fact, you have enough here to make a small dot set if you want. Those little friends dots. That's what we have remaining there for bag 3. Okay, and that's it. And that's it for the build. I mean, who would ever figured we'd see this along with this? Okay. Now, let's get everything set up here. I think that's about as best as we're going to set it up, huh? Because I don't think I need to... I think maybe a top view might be better. Let me see here. I can only go so much. I wish I had a way to mount the camera straight down, but that requires me to attach an angle bracket to the wall, and I'm not a big fan of that. I don't want to drill holes in my drywall or anything. Let's see here. So I think what I'm going to do here is just start with opening this up here. I'm just trying to make sure everything fits. The ring light is going to kill this thing. So I'm going to see here. Any kind of light's going to kill it. I think, honestly, I'll just leave the ring light off and just bring this out a little bit here. Then we'll open it up. I'll just talk about the lid. This is what it looks like, all that stuff. I could bring it out just a hair. But that's essentially what it is. So you have to buy a bunch of sets, but if you're already getting the big set, I'm sure this one will be tossed in your cart. But honestly, though, it wasn't too bad of a build. I mean, we're done setting it up. It's ready to go. The review on this one's going to be a piece of cake. And yeah, so we get a whole complete set of badges here for the Kanto region. And the only thing I'm bummed out with is the scuffed pieces and the stickers. Other than that, just for regular stuff, the black case was kind of the only really boring part to assemble. But the badges weren't too bad, just the stickers killed it. So more or less it's just an average set. Well, let's get into the regular tour and review. Whew, just came back from my travels and got all my badges here. So I'm going to take a look at the case here before we take a look at the badges, and it looks pretty cool. Nice design for the front. We also have the design on the sides. And the back here is left to be desired of. I kind of wish we could have filled this up with something here. And the bottom, yeah, it's going to be one side that's got to face downwards, right? And that's essentially what this is. Now this is hinged, so this opens up. Lid lays flat, so that's even better. And it's a nice way to display your gym badges. And honestly, just the gym badges alone look pretty cool. So I'm going to try my best here. We have the Boulder, Cascade, Thunder, Rainbow. Then we have the Earth, Volcano, Marsh, and Soil badges. And these can be removed, so you can pop these out. And yeah, these feel like I'm watching the TV show, and you can just pick these up and put them inside your coat and all that stuff. And more or less, these are just plate construction. Some of them can be a little challenging putting back in the case. Every one of these except for the Cascade has a sticker. So if you're looking for some that doesn't have stickers, I was really bummed out with this one. I wish that these were all printed, or at least brick built. Like this one here, LEGO could have just used some of the triangle tiles and got away without a sticker on that one, but they put a sticker on it, and I don't know, the stickers just made this feel like a cheap novelty item than anything else. I kind of wish they would have executed this a bit better in terms of brick built versus stickers. And even if you didn't have the stickers on these, it would still look good. It would still be recognizable by any Pokemon memorabilia collector. So honestly, just for what these look like, they look pretty cool. And you can obviously tell, you can view all the badges through the top. So nothing's really obstructed here. I'd say that this is executed very well for what LEGO had to work with. And it feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart. It's just an all-around average build. Nothing's crumbling. So let's get in the review with build quality, and it's just average build construction. Nothing's going to fall apart, but it was more or less snotted on the side, so this is not going to split. But it was just average build construction. I wasn't dissatisfied with it or anything like that. Build experience was another issue. Starting out the build, the case was pretty much the dry part. You're mostly working with black pieces, especially with the bottom here. And this wasn't too colorful. We really didn't get into any colors until we started with the badges. The top part of the case didn't take that long to put together, so it was a little better with that. But once we got to the badges, that's where the fun begins. There's a lot of bright colors being used here to drive you into the build. So these more or less are just really fun, colorful decorations. Now for play value, this is merely just a display piece to put on your shelf. So you can just have this sitting in something like a little holder that sits up like this on a shelf. That's all this is. So there's really little to no play value with this at all. But you could probably use the pieces for other creations, although I don't know why you'd take this one apart. This is pretty much a keeper here. I may keep this one around for a bit until I need these back here. You know what I'll be using those for. But I'm pretty pleased with how this turned out. I'm just a little bummed out about the stickers. Now, in addition to the stickers, a few of these panel pieces, even though they were packaged in a separate bag, two of these came in scratched and pitted. And it was just kind of made the set feel used and cheap. And I was hoping that, I might get lucky this time and LEGO had packaged it up. So LEGO needs to come up with a better method for these bigger transparent pieces to prevent them from getting scuffed. Because this is a piece that I may want to keep around. And just to have it scuffed, it feels like I got this, used, you know, like it was built out of used parts. But more or less, though, it's just your average brick-built novelty item. But I'm pretty pleased with it. I mean, it's nice and bright and colorful. This is nice to look at. You can pull out your badges. You can show them off. You can stick them back in the container. And, I mean, overall, it does work. Now, for this being a promotional item, you have to spend so much, and I believe you have to get some of the Pokemon sets to get this. Now, honestly, for me, if LEGO were to bring out, let's say, some starters, and you had to get a badge from each starter, that'd have been cool. That'd have been a cool thing to collect all your badges through various sets. Instead of this, you have to actually spend a lot to get just this here. But all around, though, I'm going to say it's a pretty good build for what it is. Now, I have to give this one here a 7. In addition to the scuff pieces and the stickers. If somebody wanted to get this and buy this a la carte, meaning that they don't want to spend the money on getting the other sets just for the badges, this is where it's going to be kind of a killer here, because who wants to spend $600 or $700 on a big set? I'm just being honest with you. But if you do get that and you have this and you just don't want it, I'm sure somebody out there would want this set. But for me personally, as somebody who is not heavy into Pokemon, but I know what at least the badges do come from gems. The only one I recognized was this one here, because that's the one where Ash battled Brock. I believe that one was from Misty. But other than that, I think it's a nice little novelty piece, but that's nothing more than what this is. But honestly, just after it's done assembled, seeing it in person, it is impressive nonetheless, but just your average LEGO build. But tell me what you think.